Yo folks, it's your boy Yunish again. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we are going to be doing something different that you have never seen before. I have brought to you the biggest influencer in Mozambique, or better, the biggest anonymous influencer in Mozambique. You don't know anyone bigger than him. And his name is Mr. Cat. And he's going to introduce himself. What's up, bro?
Yo, nice.
Yes, man. Who are you, bro?
Well, my name is Mr. Cat. I'm a creator slash influencer, but I don't like to call myself an influencer.
Okay.
Like people call me an influencer, and I make TikTok videos. I have like, hey, are you gonna like show my channel?
Yes, yes, I'm going.
Oh, I follow me on TikTok, Mr. Cat X, and that's what I do.
Okay. So how did you create Mr. Cat? What was your motivation? How did you get that idea?
It's a funny story actually.
Sorry, just speak a little bit louder.
Louder. Okay, it's a funny story. It started like back in 2020.
Okay.
I would like be rude to people on WhatsApp,
Okay.
and then I would send a sticker of a cat. That little cat was Mr. Cat, not me. So that was like a persona. And I would someone would say like good morning, and I'm like fuck you man, and then I would like send that sticker. And one day I posted like one screenshot, and I said, "Who wants a visit from Mr. Cat?" And everybody was hyped up, like, "Yeah, I want to talk to Mr. Cat," and that's how it came about. And then I started like making memes on Twitter, and I put like Mr. Cat with one T, but that name was already taken, and I had to add one extra T so I could create an account.
Yes, so that it could be like your personal name and something exclusive.
Yeah,
Okay. So firstly, you were just making memes, right?
yeah,
But now we see videos, and your videos are going viral.
yeah.
So how did you start creating videos?
Videos. I took inspiration from Brazilian animation channels
Okay.
on YouTube, especially Drawn Mask. So I used to watch a lot Drawn Mask, and once I got my own tablet to draw, I was like, why don't I make that thing, but in a Mozambican version of it? Yeah, that was he was my inspiration.
Okay. And then you created the Mr. Cat.
Yeah.
So how do you think you're going now? Like how is it like? How do you feel like being the biggest influencer, anonymous influencer? Because
Yeah.
people don't know you.
Yeah, nobody knows me actually.
Yes, nobody knows you. So how do you handle with it?
That's good. First is you asked me how I feel, right? I feel good. I think everything is going great. Um, and being anonymous is good because sometimes I pass by people I know from TikTok and Instagram, but they don't know me. So I feel like, oh, I know that person, but I feel like free to be me.
Exactly.
So yeah, because I feel like when your face is on disposal on Instagram, like on social media, you feel judged even outside, like when you're trying to live your personal life. So I think being anonymous makes me feel free to be me in real life. Yeah, I can walk around freely, nobody knows who I am. Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, so have you ever thought about showing yourself?
Never, ever, never, never. I will never show my face.
Why?
Because I think like in the moment I show my face, the focus will shift from Mr. Cat to me, to my face.
Okay.
So I don't want people to be judging Mr. Cat for how I look. You see? So like, yeah, just pay attention to my content, watch my content, like forget about me.
Okay, cool. So I think most of the people of around the world
Yeah,
like to be famous. Most of them want fame.
that's true. That's true.
They want fame. Like they show up, they try to do anything to become famous. And you are famous, but at the same time you're not
No,
famous.
yeah.
Who is famous is Mr. Cat.
Yeah, yeah.
But you, the real you, your name, yourself, like here we are. I'm with you now.
Yeah.
We were talking together. You're not that famous,
Yeah.
but Mr. Cat is.
Yeah.
So, don't you feel like, man, I'm famous, but I'm not famous? How do you handle with this?
Well, actually, sometimes I feel pressured when I see like social media influencers on like they're walking in the streets and then people ask to like take pictures. Like, can I take a picture? I feel like, man, I could be taking pictures with people as well, but like then I brush it off and I be like, nah, it's better to be free, right? You know?
Nice, cool. Yeah. So I will ask you one more question to about Mr. Cat,
Yeah.
and then we're going to drop off and go to another topic.
Okay.
What do you think that Mr. Cat contributes to the world,
The
to
world.
our generation, to the young
Okay.
people? How are you doing? Like all of the as to be when you are an influencer, it's because you influence people
Yeah.
in a good or a bad way.
Mhm.
So how do you think that Mr. Cat is influencing the young people or the kids? What are you do? What is Mr. Cat doing? I won't say what are you doing because now I'm kind of talking with both. But
Yeah.
what is Mr. Cat doing now? Like to how can I say to make
Make a difference in the world.
yes, yes, yes.
That's actually a good question. A lot of influencers they call themselves influencers, but they just do dances on TikTok. They don't really influence people. So what I try to do with my channel is to teach people stuff about love, about dating stuff, social situations. I try to mix like humor and education at the same time. Most of my videos are directed to girls, and I mostly say not to date, like don't trust men, not in a bad way. Don't get me
Okay.
wrong, not in a bad way,
Hmm.
but like don't like focus on yourself. So I try to make my main focus the education of the youth because they are like the adults of tomorrow. They are the future of our
Exactly.
generation and stuff. So like I try not only to provide laugh but also educate them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I try to do.
Perfect. That's amazing. That's incredible. But I believe that there is something that people have also realized here in our conversation is that
Yeah.
your English is fluent. Like you slide when you speak. You speak very good.
Thank
So
you.
I would like to know when did you start learning English and how did you learn it?
When and how? Well, that's a difficult question.
Firstly, did you do a course?
No, nah.
Ah, perfect. You see. Go
Um,
ahead.
well, I say it's a difficult question because I started learning when I was a kid. My dad like gave me a book and a dictionary and said like translate this book. Just do it. And who taught me to use a dictionary was my mom. So like they both had like a participation in this. And but that was the only thing it did. And later on, I started like trying to improve my accent and my English, my vocabulary on YouTube. It was all YouTube. Yeah,
Only YouTube.
yeah.
And what about your accent?
My accent is was also YouTube because um okay, I don't know if I'm gonna offend people, but
Okay.
like I didn't want to sound like this, you know.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
I don't like this accent.
Hmm.
So what I did was to go on YouTube and try to imitate the American like speakers and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like I try to shadow
Hmm.
them. Yeah, because I don't know. I don't really.
Mm, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I don't see myself. I don't identify myself with that type of accent.
Like, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And
So I would like lock myself in my room every single day practicing my accent because it's something conscious you have to do. It's an active practice you have to take on.
perfect. That's nice. That's amazing.
I'm sorry if I offended like
Okay,
okay.
so can you give us a practical tip
Practical tip.
to improve like the accent as you did like okay you got on in your bedroom and every single day you were
Yeah.
practicing, but how did you actually do?
Okay, so I would first choose like a topic I would like,
Mhm.
and then I would type on YouTube, you know, the search bar, and then I would like let them speak like a sentence, for example, and then pause and then try to repeat what they said.
Okay.
And there are actually a lot of YouTube channels that teach you um accents, specifically accent.
Yes, yes,
They
yes.
work on you can search Hadar Shemesh. She's an accent coach.
Okay.
So accent coach is a thing, is a person who teach you how to sound that way, like how to sound, how to get a certain accent.
Okay, okay, okay.
You know Tom Holland?
Tom
The
Holland.
Spider-Man, the last Spider-Man.
Oh, I don't know if I know it.
But I think I can explain like this. There are a lot of British actors,
Okay.
but they have to make a movie where they are American. So what they do, they get an accent coach who will teach them how to sound American and not
Ooh.
British. So like changing your accent is not something impossible. It is possible. There is a science behind it, and you can totally do it. So my practical tip is go to YouTube, play a video, and repeat what they say. Just repeat. Try to imitate. And of course, in the beginning, it will be difficult, but over time, you'll catch up.
Wow, that was amazing. That was incredible. Guys, I I really enjoyed what you said. Perhaps that's why I haven't got an American accent yet because I haven't done it before.
Okay.
But I think I will sleep on it.
But if you like that accent, you can keep it.
No, no, bro, I don't like it. For real, man. I need to improve my accent. We are on the last question, bro. I knew that you were doing engineering, right?
Yes, I was.
I think talking about it would be something very interesting
Okay.
because I believe that we are living in a world that we live following not what we want to do or following what we are really made to do, but we listen to the people like you have to do engineering, you have to do law, this kind of big courses or this kind of big dreams that our parents and our grandparents has like have for us to do. But I believe that you were following this way. I don't know. And as I saw in the middle of it, you decided to drop off. You kinda decided to quit this course and chose to do another thing.
Yes.
So can you give me this experience? How was it like? What made you decide to change? Firstly, why did you choose this course? And how was it
The
like
new one or the previous one?
the previous one?
Okay.
And why did you choose again with this one? And how is it like? How was it like? Okay, you were living a life uh, following some rules that were not made by you, and then you decided to follow, I can say, your own rules to do what worked for you. So how was this experience?
Well, I was actually pursuing my own dream. I was always passionate about technology.
Okay.
My dream when I was a kid was to be an inventor.
Oh.
I would like to like build robots and stuff. But we don't have here in Mozambique robotic engineering. So the closest thing was electronic engineering. That's why I chose that course. But I learned that liking something and having the ability to do that thing are completely different things. And what happens in college, specifically in UDM, is okay, that's my own experience. Sorry. If someone is watching me and is doing that, like, please don't judge me. That is my own experience. They focus on memorizing things and not like giving you practical teachings to apply in something on something. So I was really struggling with theoretical subjects. I would do great in practical subjects like programming and manual works.
Okay.
But when it comes to theory, I would, dude, I was I, I was bad, really bad. And then one day, a classmate of mine saw like my art, and he said, "Nigga, are you like sure you wanna do this? Because you have a lot of talent that could be explored like in some other fields." And I was like, "Nah, you don't know my father. Like, if I drop out, like he's gonna kill me." But uh, one day, I was watching a documentary, I guess, of um, XXX Tentacion.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and I felt like so inspired by him, and I was like, okay, let me just choose my own thing because I only have one life. And my mom was like, dude, if you have to change, just change. Like, no one's gonna kill you. Nothing is gonna happen. You're not gonna die. I was like, okay, mom, okay, X, I'm gonna do that. And that was what gave me the courage to make the switch. and I chose English because I'm in love with the United States of America. Yeah, I love you, America. So yeah, that's why. Am I
Good.
missing something? No.
No, no, no. Guys, that's it. I don't have anything else to say. I think what you needed to listen about him, about English, you have already listened. Yes, got a lot of things to talk about, but I don't want to make this video long. If you liked his presence here, if you want me to invite him again, just put in the comments below. But tell us about your social media. How can they find you?
Oh yeah, yeah. My name is Mr. Cat X across all social media: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Yeah, I only have these three.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Any more message?
Drink water.
Okay, perfect. Drink water. Peace.